So, it's me, your boy, K. Samson. God is saying He keep them alive to bear witness with what He's about to do for you. Yes, let me just be real with you. People who have hate you, the reason why God don't want them to take them, the reason why God don't want to make it look like He keep them. Let me put it this way: the reason why God don't want to take their life, take them on surprise, allow them to go early, is because He have a reason why He decide to let them live long and witness what He's about to do. God, listen, you need to wait to the end of this video. You got what I'm saying? So you need to wait to the end of this video, because your little boy have something special for you. So the reason why God keep your enemy living well, but suffering inside, is because God wants someone to help you to share what your envelope on your wedding day. God wants someone who hates you to help you go up there to share what envelope about what He is doing, because you can't do it alone. My brothers, listen, God keep your enemy alive because He wants them to witness what He is going to do with you. He wants them to see how your life is going to do what end. Because the Bible said the thought of man can never be the thought of God. So they're hoping to see you fail in pain, in sorrow. Most time, that is the reason why God kept them alive, because He wants to let them know that He is the same God who do impossible to become possible. There's a message that the video that I posted saying that God break you down in order for Him to do what? To bless you. In other words, God will not bless you until He break you. Let me tell you, before He do what? He blessed Job in abundance after Satan do what? Collect permission from him to destroy Job. It was God who gave Satan permission to destroy all the will, everything about Job. But God allowed Job to break down in order for Him to restore him back. Because He want to use that mist to tell Satan that He know whom His son is. So despite of that, before David was able to become a king, God allowed them to be break down by Saul before he get to that throne. What about Joseph? So my sister, sometimes I don't know what to say, but that is just the fact. When you let me just put it like our world is now. Many of us can recall where we were, the things that we have passed through, the place where we used to be in years back, the difficulties we have gone through. Not that God is not seeing it. Not that God cannot change it at that particular moment. Not that God cannot make your ex to be there. Not that God cannot make you to stay in that job. But the reason why God wants you to do or He decide to break that job, that relationship, is because He have something ahead of it. Because if peradventure now I decide to keep this tissue that I have used, I decide to keep it here, and I know that I'm not needing it, I decide to keep it here, it have no value, and it will not do what? It will occupy the space that I will use to keep this one that I need. So in order for me to have space to keep this one, then I need to throw this one out. That means I need to break this one out so that this one can occupy it. So my brothers, my sisters, God must surely do something, in form of stupid, crazy, in order for Him to let the world know that He is always with you. You know what I'm saying? So what am I trying to say is this: God keep your enemy around you. God keep them sometimes to live, so that tomorrow they will say, that was the same person we were planning to kill. That was the same person we were thinking to frustrate. That was the same person we plotted evil. We did all sorts of manners of evil against. It was God doing, and it is marvelous. Because sometimes you need to realize not that God cannot take their life, not that God cannot decide to do or to take them that moment, but He have a reason. Because on the day of your children wedding, on the day of your children graduation or your graduation, you can't dance alone. You can't celebrate alone. You can't jubilate alone. You can't do it alone. That is why God kept them alive, so that they will live long to witness His own doing, so that He will take the glory by Himself. Because He said in His word, His glory He share with what? With no man. You know what I'm saying? So God keep your enemy not by mistake, because they will surely come to do it. That's why sometimes when you are doing good, when things are going well around you, you just be surprised. Someone will come and say, brother, we hear that you are doing well. Something you are doing secretly. Why? Because people who are waiting to hear bad news about you, they hear good news, and they will go up there and spread it. That's why sometimes you will travel to some places that you've never been, but people who are there will recognize you. Why? Because that is the job of your enemy. That is why God kept them alive. Job without payment, Mr. Workers without payment. You know what I'm saying? So God keep them alive for a purpose. Remember, blessed.